GYMDAD Fitness. Today we have with us Nutrex. This is Outrage Ultra Stim pre-workout. And as far as I know, on today's date, on what we've reviewed thus far, I think this the Nutrex is the biggest brand I've had on here yet. There's been a few more well-known brands, but I always kind of like to stay in the boutique style pre-workout market, especially when it comes to the fun ones with the interesting ingredients, but also when it comes to daily drivers too, I like to support the small brands. But this one's actually on here because I had multiple friends from the channel reach out to me and who have become good life friends too, not just friends just because of the reviews. And they've suggested getting this one on here, that this one is one of these ones that you just cannot miss. And so here we are today, Nutrex Outrage Ultra Stim pre-workout. And this thing is a 1 scoop at 7 grams. We'll weigh it real quick, see what it comes in at. Look at this thing too. When I got some more logos for the shirts. Also, if you, I got these, GYMDAD Fitness even added a little reviews thing too. I got both logos though. So if you want one with the reviews on it, just specify, but the gymdadfitness.com website, I'll put the links in the description or the channel thing, but it's 10 free samples, and these are straight hitter samples for any purchase. I got the oversized shirt in size large, and I'm usually an XL, and so this is kind of how this thing fits me. So honestly, like larges can fit people that wear larges or XLs, or gosh, you could even wear it as if you usually wear a medium, just have a straight up massive shirt for good pump cover. But anyway, so we got that. We got the new logo on the blender bottle here. So I got my handy dandy blender bottle, and I'm gonna scale this thing in real quick because this is a potent formula. So we want to make sure that we know exactly what we're getting here. And 1 scoop comes at 7 grams on the label, it claims. So let's see what it comes in on the scale when we weigh it here. I got 9.5 there, so a little heavy. We'll try one more time. Always like to make sure that we don't 9.5 again. So it comes in a little heavy. And both times I ran this thing, I went about, I wouldn't call it like a flat, strict level, but it was not a heaping scoop. It was just kind of a quick scoop. I just kind of took the scoop, threw it in the thing, and didn't ask questions. Because that's what my friends that have ran this one, Justin, who has been on this review before, Zach as well, they were the big advocates of Outrage, Ultra Stim, and I've had more people too that reached out to on this one as well. So just ask those guys, though, that's what they usually ran it at, was this 1 quick level scoop. No worries, this thing never misses. So anyway, I've already done my workout, so I'm not going to taste test it for you guys. But I have lemon lime flavor. It's not like outrageously delicious. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's just a good solid flat B, I would say. Like it's a solid lemon lime flavor. Not a huge lemon lime fan. Way too much lemon lime McCormick's back in the college days. That with mixed with lemon lime Gatorade was the drink of choice many times, especially in the early years. And anyway, so lemon lime I've never been a huge fan of ever since then. But it's a decent flavor. It's a good solid B. And so let's get straight into this label now. So we have at the top here, this is a complete prop blend. I mean, they don't even disclose for us, unless I'm missing it somewhere. Oh yes, it does. I didn't even see this in small print. It does tell us there's 400 milligrams of caffeine. I'm not gonna lie, that was exactly what I was gonna guess for the caffeine content too. And 1 second here, I got my kids screaming upstairs because I got Peppa Pig on YouTube and on my other phone, and they're screaming to change the commercial. So we're gonna change it real quick with this phone. This is multitasking right here, dad mode and YouTube review mode. So anyway, we have the beta-alanine at the top. So all we know is the caffeine content's at 400. Citrulline is the next ingredient, creatine mono, caffeine anhydrase. So with caffeine, they're listed at the fourth one at 400 milligrams. We at least know we're getting more than 400 milligrams of those first 3, and I'm sure as hell hope I get more than 400 milligrams of creatine mono. But anyway, so we know that those first 3 are going to be more than 400 milligrams. And then we have synephrine. That's going to add a little sense of urgency there. Tyrosine, skullcap extract, dendrobrum extract, stems and leaf, and then alpha yohimbine at 90% RUESCO there, and then yohimbine HCl. And so we don't really know the exact breakdown of how much alpha yo is going to be in there. So that can be a little spooky for some people, especially if you're sensitive to alpha yo. So this is why these reviews are really important for pre's like this with prop blends, because you guys, I mean, I feel at this point in time I got about 200 and something reviews out. So you guys all have a general sense, at least the frequent visitors of the channel have a general sense of my alpha yo tolerance. And you guys know I've mentioned it many times. I don't consider myself an alpha yo alpha dog. I consider myself like a mid-high alpha yo fan. Like I'm not like the top notch, upper class like cream of the crop alpha yo stim junkie guy, but at the same time I'm not the most sensitive alpha yo person in the world. I'm kind of a nice little right in the middle to the upper side. Ever since I started doing the reviews, I've moved more toward the upper side. So that's why I think it's a good perspective to have, because I'm not someone that like needs to be woken up from the dead by alpha yo at 4 milligrams every single time to feel anything. And so anyway, I'll give you my breakdown. I'll give you my guess for what's in here, and then you guys can make your own judgment if this is right for you. So prop blend, that's can be a turn off for some people, but if it hits, it hits. So who cares if it's a successful pre? So let's go ahead and get into the effects of this one. Right off the bat, this caffeine, this alpha yo, it comes in very quick, and I knew it would too. Just based upon the label, this caffeine anhydrous being the only caffeine in this thing mixed with the alpha yo, this combo seems to always there's no Raya, no Junglins, no 2-amino, so there's nothing you really have to let brew. So these kind of matrices, I'm usually taking these things 15 minutes out before I leave the gym. That way it's hitting me about full force, about 20-25 in, because that seems to be the case for these pre's, and I was right on, spot on with what I was thinking. Kind of like Resilient Strength. Maybe that one took a bit longer to brew just because that one did have a Raya at 301, I believe. I'm never going to forget that one. But anyway, so I kind of had an idea just based upon past pre-workouts I've ran that it's going to be about 20 minutes when this thing's full capacity, but I'm going to start feeling the energy. You'll feel it right away within 10 to 15. And it is a good slap. It definitely wakes you up. It's nothing over the top, nothing scary. I didn't get some of these ones. I get like almost like tingling in my feet, like I feel like my feet are going numb, or I get like insane cold sweats. It was very balanced, is what I would say. Like it was just the perfect amount of urgency, the perfect amount of slap. It wasn't anything over the top. It definitely even felt like there was a point when I was like, man, maybe I should go throw a little bit more in my cup, because I can handle this just fine. The stim junkie ego in your head says like, oh, maybe we should have snow coned this today. But this kind of stay true to it, because trust me, this thing's going to keep on building. And it continues to about the 35-minute mark, and then that's when it peaks. And this thing is just as perfect as it gets for a daily driver with alpha yohimbine in it. No Araya, no 2-amino, no funny business, no junglins, no problem at all here. I mean, this is also coming after running amino power. And so you got a lot to live up to when you run in something the next day. And gosh, if anything, I had an almost better workout than that one. This is just a can't miss. I've ran this thing twice, and it's one of these ones that if you're going on a work trip and you need to throw something in your bag, and you want something that's going to hit every damn day, and you're going to be exhausted, you're going to be fatigued because it's going to be long, grueling days of boring ass work and stuff like that. This is the one to do, because we're taking a little break off 2-amino. The caffeine's not like insane. It's still high at 400 milligrams. It's still a very, very high amount of caffeine for most people, but some people can rip up the 500 plus. So 400 is not like anything like outrageously insane to say that this isn't a daily. I mean, anything with this much alpha yo, I would not run like multiple days in a row. But this is a can't miss. Like every single time it freaking hits. And so, like, honestly, I ran this thing in the morning. It hit. I will say, Alpha Yo products like this always hit me better when I run it. I enjoyed this one more today. Today I was able to train at 4 p.m. And after I have a day of hydration, a day of meals, this thing always hits me better. And I got to give a shout out too. I got a hydration product. Got to hide the label here so you guys don't see it. This thing is brand new to the market. This thing is like you've never seen before. This is going to pair extremely well with pre's like this, where there's lots of sweat going on. This one is freaking delicious. It kind of reminds me of that Relight by Edmund Salt comboed with like a bodybuilder style hydration matrix. That Relight one's like mainly just sodium, but then this has got some pumps with beetroot. It's got that coconut water powder we saw in Hydrocharge by Cage Muscle, and then it's got just an absolutely kind of like insane amount of the Himalayan salt, the good sodium there. I believe it's Himalayan salt. We'll do a separate, yes, Himalayan pink sea salt on this one. So this thing is just straight loaded, and I'm really excited that I'll hit a review on this one in the future. It's actually not even up live yet on their website, but it's a small company, friend of the channel, so I'm excited to finally get a member of the channel's product on here as well. But we're not, this Garage Gym homie, I gotta quote him here, we're not shining any schlong, so we gotta run this thing and give you my straight up opinion and thoughts on that one. But that one paired extremely well with this. These Alpha Yo Pre's, the thermo effect on this is next level. And then comboed with that hydration salty matrix going on over there, it was like this clean athletic sweat, I would say. Some of these ones, these sticky label Pre's, you get kind of this like gross, I'm a sweaty individual as it begins with. You just feel like you almost like sick kind of sweat. And some Alpha Yo hitters do that to me. Smash AMF, for example, is one of those ones where I get really sweaty, but it's almost like those anxious sweats. Those sweats, you're so damn anxious, you're sweating. This is sweating like athletic wise, like you're dripping like a faucet, and it's that good, feel good sweat where you feel like you're really detoxing the body. Plus, there's no funny business going on in here or anything like that. So like it's mentally, too, that this is a good, healthy sweat you got going on here. So this one I'm really excited because this is going to combo so well as a pump, like a pump amplifier / hydration matrix with some of these Stim products, and also ran Maniaco pump with this as well. So I threw the kitchen sink at this today, and what not have a better pre-workout to do this with than one with such a microdose formula with just straight Stim package. And the first time I ran it, I did run it by itself. I will note that, and the effects were still the damn same. To me, I'm not one of those people that say, oh, you run a pump product, it's going to change alter the content. It's like, I've mentioned this a million times, like with a lot of these microdose Pre's, the Stim package is so aggressive. It's like a sledgehammer entering your brain, just like forcing you into transmission. This is not a gentle nootropic style Pre. Like if we go stack Maniaco pump on something like the Odyssey Encore with low Stim and where there's nootropics, then yes, that would affect the way that one kind of hits. So we don't do that with those ones. But these straight Stim packages, pumps ahoy, we're going all in. And overall score breakdown for this one: sense of urgency, perfect, 10 out of 10. Red bars. Energy, 10 out of 10. Red bars, just can't beat it. Overall, euphoria, like this is as good as it gets. Like this Alpha Yo sourcing is amazing. I haven't got to it yet on what I think's in here. I'm guessing like three milligrams is my guess. I wouldn't be blown away with the suggestion. No, it's gotta be 3. I'm thinking 3 to 2.5, or maybe 2 if it's just a really good source. But I'll say I got no negatives. It was just a little bit of sweat, no nose drips, no shakies. Definitely not a snow coner, but you could just get yourself a quick scoop and get it and go. And if you're very sensitive to Alpha Yo, tread lightly, maybe go 3-4 scoop. But I think even those crazy sensitive, but they like a little bit of it, could probably get away with 3-4 scoop. And then those people on the lower end of Alpha Yo enjoyment probably could make sure you get yourself a nice flat level, because it is potent. I will say it's not going to leave you wanting more. And anyway, to finish up the scorecard, pumps, 3 or 4. These Alpha Yo Pre's always, like Alpha Yo Himbean in general, for some reason I always feel like it brings the blood to the skin, and like I always feel like I have more of a vascular pump on these Alpha Yo slappers. So like you could even argue like 5 or 6 for this one. I don't know. I'll make my scorecard and decide then on what I'll put it at. But I think that covers it all. I got the flavor I've mentioned before, a good solid 7 out of 10. We'll give it. I get the flavor, the pumps, the energy. The focus was what I was missing. That's the one I'm missing there. And the sweat factor, I forgot I had that new one in. So the focus, I'll give this a solid 8 out of 10. For a daily driver, it's like I'm reiterating this, can't get much better. Like as far as focus goes, without any Araya or any Junglins, any 2-amino. And then the sweat factor, 10 out of 10. Like this is a sweaty Pre. I mean, I was like this the first time too, even when I didn't run it with this new mystery hydration formula we'll be hitting here in the future. But today it just kind of amplified it a notch more. I would say full green bars on its own, but man, with that product over here, the hydration matrix, it was red bars, and I love it. I want, if there's like that, like I mentioned, there's that really healthy sweat, and then there's that sickening feeling sweat, and this is one of these Alpha Yo Himbean Pre's that has you feeling healthy. And which is very rare, because a lot of these ones always kind of make you feel like you have the damn flu when you're sweating, and sometimes it's kind of nice because it's like a wake you up from the dead kind of feeling. But that's how this one lays out. That's how this one scores, and this did not disappoint. Overall, like this blew my mind for a big name company. I always kind of have not a vendetta, but like you kind of want to support the little guys. So you come in with like a pre-assumed bias of like this is just a big company. I'm not gonna it's gonna be very decent. Not nothing like mind blowing, but this one it was one of the cheapest pre's too that you're gonna find for its effects as well. I can't remember what it's listed at again. I want to say it's like mid to high 20s, and like it's pretty widely available. So if this one sounds like your jam, if this one sounds interesting to you, you can pick it up most places. Use that GYMDAD code if you can find a place that uses it. I mean, I think this thing's available on like Amazon as well and stuff like that. So, gosh, just shop around. I always appreciate the code use, but financial responsibility is number one as a tax accountant. So I want you guys to make the best financial decision, find at the lowest price, and pull the trigger. Don't worry about using that code if I don't have one there. But like, subscribe, and catch me on the next review.